Hello, baseball fans! Welcome to episode 8 of Badballblogs, where we will be reviewing the best player on every team heading to the World Baseball Classic in the American League. Let's get into it. Starting first with my Toronto Blue Jays, I've got Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who had 32 home runs, 132 OPS plus, and a 270 average to highlight three of his big main stats. This is a down year for Guerrero too after 2021. Let's see if he can be better. But the second team we've got is the Baltimore Orioles with Cedric Mullins, a 3.8 baseball reference WAR, 34 stolen bases, which I believe was the highest amount in the league, and 64 RBIs for a struggling Orioles team that he brought light to. And the third team is the Red Sox. Rafael Devers is who I have chosen for their team. Rafi had 27 home runs, 141 OPS plus, and a batting average of 295. And of course, this offseason extended that massive, I think it was a 10-year or 11-year, $330 million deal. Great deal for Rafi, great deal for the Red Sox. It would have been terrible if they didn't get him back. Anyway, for the fourth team, we've got the New York Yankees and Gleyber Torres. There was not a huge amount to pick from after Nestor Cortes Jr. withdrew from the World Baseball Classic due to injury. Gleyber Torres last year had 24 home runs, a 4.1 baseball reference WAR, and 10 stolen bases to highlight some stats. A good season for him. Let's see if he can replicate that. And finally, for the last AL East team, we've got from the Rays, Randy Arozarena, who had an amazing year, 89 RBIs, a 2.8 baseball reference WAR, and 124 OPS plus. And for those who are not aware of the OPS plus stat, OPS plus is 100 is league average. Anything above that means you are above a league average hitter. Anyway, on for the next thing, we got the AL Central. Starting with the Guardians, we got Andres Gimenez, a 7.4 baseball reference WAR, which was just amazing, and I did not realize he had such a high base reference WAR, a 297 batting average, and a 141 OPS plus. A great breakout season from him. And from the second team there, from the Royals, we have Bobby Witt Jr., who had a breakout season in his first career. He looks like he can be amazing in his career. Anyway, to start his stats, he's got 80 RBIs, 30 stolen bases, and 20 home runs. A great rookie campaign. Let's see what he can do in his sophomore season. From the Tigers, we have Javi Baez, and there was not much to pick from the Tigers, and I had to pick Javi Baez, who had a down year, a 2.6 baseball reference WAR, 17 home runs, and 9 stolen bases. I do believe he had multiple injuries throughout the year. For the fourth team from the AL Central, we have White Sox's Luis Robert, injured for a big chunk of the season, had a 284 average, 2.1 baseball reference WAR, and a 426 slugging percentage. Let's see what he can do if he finally stays healthy for a season. From the final team from the AL Central, we have the newly acquired from the Marlins, Pablo Lopez of the Twins, a 3.75 ERA, 180 innings, and a 174 strikeouts. Whatever team he's playing for, I am not quite sure. He's going to be a massive starter for them. Finally, for the last team in the AL, we have the AL West. The AL West, the last division. Astros Jose Altuve, 300 average, 28 home runs, and a 160 OPS plus. Altuve is just one of the best bats in the league and will be one of the best bats for years to come. Second team in the AL West is the A's. I didn't really have anyone to pick here. So we have Jordan Diaz, a 261 average, a 0.1 baseball reference WAR, and a 290 on-base percentage, even though he only had about 60 at-bats. There was no one notable coming from the A's, because the A's have no one notable, sorry, A's fans. Anyway, for the third team in the AL West is the Mariners, and we had to pick J-Rod, the young gun, Julio Rodriguez, 284 average, 25 stolen bases, and a 28 home runs, the 25-25 season. Amazing job from J-Rod in his rookie. I can't wait to see him play in the years to come. And the fourth team in the AL West is the Rangers, Martin Perez. I don't know why he accepted a qualifying offer. He probably could have gotten a long-term deal worth more money coming off a career year. But again, when you're a Major League Baseball pitcher and you get offered a qualifying offer, you can accept it. Anyway, he had a 2.89 ERA, 196 innings pitched, 169 Ks, as long as an All-Star game appearance, and final team in the AL West. I had the debate between these two players, and you'll know the other one. It was Shohei Ohtani, who I picked from the Angels. The other one was Mike Trout. Argue with me in the comments, but I have a Shohei Ohtani being better with the two-way stud. 34 home runs, 95 RBIs, and the 2.33 ERA pitching on the mound. He was phenomenal this year. He finished second in MVP voting. I'm happy for him. I hope he has another great year heading into his contract year. Thank you for listening to this episode of Badballblogs. I'll see you all in episode 9 with more baseball, World Baseball Classic news. We'll be doing the NL next. Thank you.